So what I'm going to show you now is how to set up an Excel file to do some calculations for you so that you can get your calculations to be accurate. And you'll be able to do this, learn more about Excel as you go along so that you can do this for other calculations like population size in the future. For now, I'm going to show you the calculations involved in Simpsons diversity index. So here you've got the data from your raw data table, and I've just made it for site 1 right now. And so here in this column, you want to have your n-1, which you can easily calculate. So 8 minus 1 is 7. But you can get Excel to do this work for you much faster. So simply in this cell, so click the cell you want to put the data into. You're going to type equals to tell it that you're doing a calculation. You want to click on the cell that you wish to use. So there it's saying C4 minus 1. And there it tells us that the answer is 7. Now what you can do is drag and drop this, and it's going to give you all the numbers. If you need to skip cells, what I'm going to do here is just copy this cell here. So copy or use Control-C and paste. And now it will continue with that calculation. Okay, so now you've got all of your n-1. Now the next calculation you have to do is n times n-1. So now you can tell it to multiply this n by this n-1. For this we need to tell it to do a product. Equals product. So product means multiply them together of this and this cell, C4 and D4. And then it's just going to drag and drop those all the way along. So here it will do C5 and D5. We can do the same thing again. Okay, and you'll continue on down there. Okay, and then you want the sum of all n times n-1 for the whole of your site. So down here, we can add it all up. So in this cell, I'm going to put equals the sum, and I'm going to drag all the cells that I want to add up. I want to add up all these n-1s. Okay, and there I get my total. Now this total is incorrect because I haven't filled in all the cells down here, but when you do it, you'll do it correctly. Now for the big N, okay, that is the number of individuals of all the species. So here you can easily add that up. Decide if you're including your fish and your frog. Are they part of your study or not? Is that fair to include them or not? So equals sum. And again, this is of all your individuals in this site. Okay, and you get your big N. And you also need big N times n-1. So I'll leave that to you. You need to figure out, so this is the N, n-1. Okay, so you can put that somewhere. So how would you then do a calculation for n-1? And then finally you could do your big N times n-1. And you could do that on here. So how are you going to multiply big N times n-1? Remember what the command term is to multiply something. When you have those two numbers, small n, n-1, all added up, the sum of, and big N, n-1, to get your diversity index, you divide the big N, n-1 divided by the sum of small n's, n-1. So you could do that in Excel, or you could just simply do that on the calculator. That's just a single calculation that you'll be able to get.